What's up, everybody? It's the halfway point of 2018. That means that this week's episode is going to be all about the champions of the second quarter and how they stack up against the champions of the first quarter. We're looking at the best of the movies and the best of the games, and we're going to look forward to what's notable over the next couple of months. We'll also check out this week's new releases. Before we dive in, I just wanted to thank you guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, so much for sticking with me for the last 24 episodes. I started a couple weeks late into the year, so instead of 26 episodes through the first half of the year, it's only 24, but that's totally fine. I really appreciate all the support, all the views, all the subscriptions. It's super, super awesome. You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, are fantastic. I am dealing with a little bit of a cold, which is why this episode is up a couple of days late, so hopefully that's not too much of a bother. I also have a slightly new camera angle because I have a new desk, which is nice, so it's actually like a table and not a cardboard box, which I filmed the first 23 episodes of this show on. So rip in peace, cyber-powered PC box. And thank you, desk. We'll kick this week's episode off with what's new this week. While there's nothing new in theaters this week, there are two great movies that you should check out on Blu-ray. Blockers, which is a movie I talked about on this show, is out and has an unrated cut, which I'm excited to watch. I really like the initial movie. I think it has some issues, but I think overall it's really, really great. The other movie is Borg vs. McEnroe, which is one that I missed, unfortunately, and now that it's out on Blu-ray, hopefully we'll get to it here in the next couple of weeks. Lots of new releases to talk about as far as games are concerned. Both the PlayStation Plus and Xbox games with Gold are out. The new Xbox Game Pass games are out, and then there are a couple of retail releases that I think might be kind of interesting. And we'll start with that. We'll start with the retail stuff. Red Faction Guerrilla Re-Mars Turret Edition, because the game takes place on Mars. That's out for like $30 this week. It looks kind of cool. It was a game that I thought about playing on the 360, but I just never got around to. This gives it another chance to be played, and so I might go check that out. At $30, it's kind of hard to argue that. You know, at least giving it a shot. You can find it used for even less, I guess, so give that a chance. And then another game called What the Box is out, and it's a game where you play as a box in like a multiplayer kind of shooter thing. I don't know, it looks kind of silly. I think I've seen a gameplay video on it before. It looked familiar when I was looking at the screenshots, so at $5, why not take a gamble on that? As far as the PlayStation Plus and Xbox games with Gold go, the PlayStation Plus games this month are Absolver and Heavy Rain, which I would recommend checking out. Heavy Rain, I really, really liked it. I liked it a whole lot more than I liked Beyond Two Souls, and then I haven't played Detroit Become Human yet, unfortunately. On the games with Gold side, for the Xbox One, Assault Android Cactus is out. I have no idea what the hell that game is. And then on the 360 side, backwards compatible on the Xbox One, is Virtua Fighter 5. A game that, it's a fighting game, I don't really care. I think the games with Gold pick up in the second half of the month with Death Squared on the Xbox One and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction on the 360. Again, backwards compatible. Death Squared is like a puzzle game that looked really, really cool, and Splinter Cell Conviction, I need to just lop the Tom Clancy off. It's throwing me off. Splinter Cell Conviction is a game that I think I played most of, and for whatever reason, just never finished it. But I did finish the escalation mode, the co-op mode, whatever the hell that was called. I finished the co-op mode on realistic difficulty with a friend of mine, so back a long time ago, so might be kind of cool to jump back into that. I remember it being kind of weird because they had like basically a win button, whatever, I don't know. I enjoyed the game for what it was. It's now free with Games with Gold. Actually, it will be free on the 16th with Death Squared. So just to clarify on that. Xbox Game Pass is dropping another 8 games into their library throughout the month. I thought 5 of them are worth your time, including Abzu, which is a game that looks really, really cool, and if you want easy gamer score, you can find 1,000 in that in probably an hour and 15 minutes if I remember correctly. Fallout 3 is one of the best games of last generation. That's out. Shadow Complex Remastered is also available. I never played the original Shadow Complex, and I debated buying the remastered version. Now I don't have to, because I can just play it through Game Pass. Zombie Army Trilogy is another game that I've thought about playing, but never got around to. It's from the makers of Sniper Elite, that series, so could be kind of cool. I think it's a co-op based game. I'm not 100% sure. That seems like that was the reason it was kind of like a turnoff. I don't have friends. Dirt 4 is always great, and I really, really like the Dirt series. I think that game is a lot of fun. And Human Fall Flat is also available. So there are actually 6 games that I wrote down. I missed one when I was reading my notes, but 6 really great games available to check out through the Game Pass thing. Subscription. That's the word I'm looking for. Subscription, if you have that. So check those out. Before we jump into our quarter 2 review, I'm just going to throw out a couple of things that I missed over the last quarter for whatever reason. I just didn't get to them. On the movie side, I missed Tully, Incredibles 2, Tag, and Hereditary. I just didn't get to those for whatever reason. Hopefully 2 of those will be rectified this weekend. Games-wise, I missed Detroit Become Human, Onrush, Unravel 2, The Crew 2, and Vampire. Unfortunately, I just didn't get to Detroit Become Human for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't have much of an explanation for it. The Crew 2 came out right at the end of the quarter. Even if I would have played it, I probably wouldn't have had much on it, and it probably would have ended up on this list regardless. The other 3 games, Onrush, Vampire, and Unravel 2, definitely got lost in that E3 shuffle, trying to do a lot of different stuff, and I just didn't really have the time to dedicate enough time to any of those games. So hopefully I'll get to those over the next month. It's pretty light as far as game releases are concerned, and movie releases as well, so there should be enough time for catch up here in the next few weeks. Okay, so here we are. We're going to do the best of quarter 2. We're going to start with the movies, and we're going to just go down the list. Number 1 was A Quiet Place. Number 2 was Upgrade. And number 3 was Deadpool 2. The 4th spot, just outside, is a movie that I actually didn't even talk about on this show because I saw it during E3. But Ocean's 8 is really, really awesome, and you should go see it. So it just barely missed. I think the 3 movies that I saw this quarter that I really, really liked, and you can even put Ocean's 8 into this as well, is they all brought like a unique twist and interesting spin on their respective genres. A Quiet Place actually makes me want to go watch a horror movie, which is very, very surprising, and I think it excels in that emotional punch aspect of it. I think about that movie as like a really cool exercise in sound design and the story that it tells and how I was emotionally connected to all of the characters, and I really, how much I wanted to see that through. It wasn't so much about like, ooh, I'm going to get jump scared here or jump scared there. It's just, I like these characters and I am emotionally invested in this story. And I think that's really, really great. And I think that's its biggest strength, aside from sound design. Nominated for an Academy Award, because it's great. Upgrade 2 is a super great sci-fi movie that worked really, really well for me, because I like sci-fi stuff, and I thought this movie was really, really good. And Deadpool 2 is head and shoulders above its predecessor, and I think does a good job of standing out from the very crowded superhero and comic book movie area with a very distinct and different tone and style of humor. It's also very bloody and gory and violent. That works for me as well, because I like just everything turned up to 11. Just make it as ridiculous as possible. So I think those movies all work really, really well. Ocean's 8's awesome, and you should totally go see it, because unfortunately I think it flew under a lot of people's radars, and it actually didn't even make this show, which is unfortunate for it. So sorry about that, but Ocean's 8 is great. Go see it. So now you're probably thinking, well, Sean, now where do all those movies stand in your overall rankings? Well, they stand like this. Love, Simon is still at number 1. A Quiet Place is going to slide into that 2nd spot, and I flipped a lot between whether I wanted to put that there or put Thoroughbreds there, and I liked A Quiet Place just a smidge more than I liked Thoroughbreds. So A Quiet Place is there. Thoroughbreds is in 3rd. A Fantastic Woman holds in 4th, and then Upgrade slides into that 5th spot. Deadpool and Ocean's 8 and Game Night kind of just looking outside, on the outside looking in. So those are your top 5 movies for 2018 so far. We're only halfway through. Lots of time left. But through through June 30th, that's where they stand. State of Decay 2 would technically qualify as the best game I played this quarter. It actually feels a little unearned because I didn't play a ton of games this quarter. June was actually very game free. I only played that Crew 2 beta and then like a little bit of Bus Driver. I actually only got 10 total gamer score in an entire month, which is a nutso number to me. I usually average a couple thousand playing something at least, but not this time around. We'll see. I'm sure things will pick up. There's obviously some stuff that I missed that hopefully will kind of come back into the fold, and we'll see how that figures through the rest of the year. But right now it's Sea of Thieves number 1, State of Decay number 2, and not much else, because nothing else has really stuck out to me in that like holy shit way. Now it's time to look ahead to quarter number 3, and I've changed it up a little bit this time around. Last time I did this back in April, I think I picked too many things that didn't necessarily jump out to me. They kind of just seemed interesting, but they weren't necessarily stuff that I was like gonna rush out to go do. So what I've done is this time around, I'm going to give like my top picks, like my top 3 things that I'm really gonna make an effort to go out and cover in some way, shape, or form. So we'll start with July, and then we'll go to August and September, and I'll give you some picks for what I think is interesting over the next 3 months. In addition to the top picks I've made, I've thrown in a few bonus picks that may not rush out to opening week, but like still seem interesting to me and may get to at a later date and time. So it's like an extra bonus pick. So for July, I have 3 movie picks for you. Sorry to Bother You, which comes out on the 13th. The Equalizer 2, which is Denzel Washington's first sequel ever, which comes out on July 20th. And the 6th Mission Impossible Fallout on the 27th. I've also picked one bonus movie in Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, which comes out on the 20th as well. A couple of games stick out to me also in the month of July. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Octopath Traveler, both Switch games, and both launch on July 13th. I actually played the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker demo on the Switch, and it has like 3 levels, and I played it for 15 minutes and was like, yeah, this is a game that I want to play. A puzzle game. Toad can't jump, so you have to figure it out. Like, this is going to be really awesome. And then I have 2 versions of the Octopath Traveler demo, and I haven't played either of them, but it looks cool. Like, visually, it looks cool. Maybe I should play one of those demos before I just start writing stuff on the list. Moving to August, I found another 3 movies that I'm very interested in. Christopher Robin, which comes out August 3rd. Never Going Back, which also comes out August 3rd. And Black Klansman, which is a Spike Lee movie that comes out on August 10th. All 3 of those have trailers that really, really stuck out to me, and I'm looking forward to seeing those. The bonus movie that also comes out August 3rd, because that's apparently the most popular movie day of the year, is The Spy Who Dumped Me with Mia Kunis and Kate McKinnon, and feels like a movie that, even if it doesn't work from a story perspective, could get 2 really great performances out of its lead actors. So that one feels like kind of a toss-up. I think the other 3 movies look a little bit better, but could be like a sneaky hidden August gem in there, and I'm looking forward to checking that out. August on the game side has 2 games that I'm really, really looking forward to. Overcooked 2, which comes out August 7th, and We Happy Few, which has been a game that seems like it's been in some sort of development hell over the last couple of years. Stood out for its not only its art style, but the story it was trying to tell. But then it got a game preview release that didn't really work with what the story was doing. I don't know. It's been kind of a weird thing. But it'll come out on August 10th, and we'll finally figure out what in the world is going on with that game. 3 bonus picks this month in Madden 18, which comes out on August 10th. Strange Brigade, which is, I think, the developers of the Sniper Elite series, with another 4-player co-op game. That comes out August 24th and looks kind of cool. Looks very Indiana Jonesy. The final bonus pick game is Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season. The first episode launches on August 14th. That is a bonus game because I'm not going to play it until all 4 episodes of the final season are out. And then I'm going to actually replay the whole series, and we'll cover that more in depth when that's all said and done. It was a little bit more difficult to nail down release dates for movies in September, so I picked 3 that seem to have stable dates that I don't think will slide or move at all. Seems like a lot of stuff just wants to be in that fall thing, and then probably position themselves for Academy Awards. But I found 3 that had dates anyway, so that's what we'll talk about. Operation Finale hits theaters on September 14th. I think it has a good trailer and looks very intense, even if that music swell is incredibly annoying. Night School and Smallfoot both hit on September 28th and look like pretty good comedies. September is stacked for game releases, including 2 of my most anticipated releases for the rest of the year: Spider-Man on September 7th and Spyro the Reignited Trilogy on September 21st. We also get Shadow of the Tomb Raider on September 14th. The bonus game is going to be, and I didn't know how to count it, Forza Horizon 4 technically launches on October 2nd, but if you buy the Ultimate Edition, it launches on September 28th. So I'm not really sure how to count that. I'll probably count that as a quarter 4 game, but I'm going to buy the Ultimate Edition and play on September 28th. So, all hell's going to break loose on that episode. So stay tuned. In 12 weeks, watch all the hell break loose on this show. I mean, all hell breaks loose on this show all the time, but that one specifically, extra all more hell breaks loose. Life is Strange 2 Episode 1 launches on September 27th, and that's going to qualify as a bonus game because, like The Walking Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead, I'll wait till all the episodes are out and cover it from there. So, there you go. There's all your movies and games, where they rank, what to look forward to, all that fun, super awesome jazz. That's the end of quarter 2. 24 episodes down, 26 to go. Whew, that's a daunting number. Thank you so much for watching all the episodes. Again, thank you. It's super, super awesome. Let me know what you're looking forward to. What's your ranking? What do you have in that number 1 through 5 slot? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're there, hit that subscribe button and be sure to check back every Tuesday for more games and movie content. And always remember, Ken Griffey Jr. is number 1. Not number 24. He's number 24 on the field. Number 1 in my heart. Baseball. Category baseball. Brett Favre is number 1 in my heart.